Market to Market is everywhere you are. Subscribe to Market on YouTube, find us on the PBS video app to stream on demand, and add our 3 podcasts on your favorite podcasting app.
Nearly a decade after Colorado breached the green wall of cannabis prohibition, over half of the U.S. has administered some degree of legalization, decriminalization, or medical use for marijuana at the state level. The 2018 Farm Bill permitted nationwide commercial cultivation of weed's industrial cousin, hemp. A gold rush crashed that nascent market, and now a controversial method to mitigate the glut is pitting hemp against recreational pot.
We started selling Delta-8 THC, and that was a huge source of our income. I'm not sure where the hemp industry would be if we didn't have Delta-8 right now, just because there was a mass oversupply and not enough demand.
Jake and Ashley Bainbridge farm, own, and operate Botanicana, a hemp store in Galena, Illinois, a state where legal marijuana sales began just last year.
In 2019, so many farmers jumped into it. There's still excess material biomass from 2019. So, being able to turn all that biomass into Delta-8 has really helped out the hemp industry as a whole, for sure.
While touted as a potential food, fiber, and fuel alternative, the big winner of hemp's market infancy was cannabidiol oil, or CBD, sold as a health panacea in myriad value-added products. Hemp and marijuana are the same plant, cannabis sativa, but diverged legally by amount of THC. Scientific authorities report natural Delta-8 tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, is a rare substance in the hemp plant, around 1/10 of 1%. Proponents say it's more cost-effective for mass production to synthesize the molecule from raw CBD surplus in a lab process known as isomerization.
Marijuana is high in Delta-9 THC. We carry Delta-8 THC derived from hemp. The Farm Bill states that hemp is defined as anything under 0.3% Delta-9. So basically all of these CBD stores started realizing that we could just carry Delta-8. It's not in the law.
It's a lot less expensive than the recreational marijuana is. We're able to produce it a lot cheaper.
Cheaper than indoor grows.
On a chemical level, Delta-8 is an isomer of Delta-9 and has been described as marijuana light, less potent minus side effects like anxiety and increased appetite, with a lower price tag.
You save big time. This is a full gram cart for $40. If you were to go to a recreational marijuana dispensary, you get a half gram cart for $70 plus 40% tax. Our tax is just 8.25.
In light of murky messaging from the Federal Drug Enforcement Administration about its legal status, some weed legal and illegal states have moved to ban Delta-8, citing health and fraud concerns.
I think what it is we don't have the high taxes, so the state's not getting their revenue from legalization, and the dispensaries are not happy as well, just because all of these hemp stores are selling THC.
According to the National Institutes of Health, THC and CBD are 2 of over 100 identified naturally occurring compounds, known as cannabinoids, found in hemp and marijuana. In all, some 540 chemical substances are reported present, but research has been hampered by federal restriction.
Legislating against specific cannabinoids is just the wrong approach in general.
Chris Berry is Chief Operating Officer of the Illinois Hemp Growers Association. He says patchwork measures from state to state and different municipalities confuse consumers and law enforcement, and it's high time for the federal government to step up with blanket approval to untangle the mess.
Food purity laws and all this other stuff are already out there to regulate these products. We're creating this separate framework and treating it like it's not just another consumer product. There already are organizations, institutions, regulatory bodies that literally monitor and check every single item that you could potentially put into your body.
People running for president of the United States readily admit that they've used marijuana.
Last month, Senate Democrats backed a bill to strike down long-standing federal prohibition and allow all cannabis to be taxed and regulated.
This is monumental.
Though states could still outlaw its use. Just west of Illinois, Iowa remains tenacious on prohibiting all forms of THC, but 2020 was the first year hemp was grown there legally since the World War II era.
If I was told that I could make Delta-8 out of this, we'd hit the ground running.
Despite market saturation, Hawkeye State growers like Colby Gardner are pressing on in year 2. A processing bill didn't make it through the state legislature until mid-season last year, becoming effective this past March. Gardner hauled his first harvest to Michigan and contracted with hotels elsewhere to produce hemp-based toiletries. He plans to begin processing on his own and says vertical integration is the key to success.
I think that's the difference maker. If I simply went out here and grew plants, I could break even, but it's a lot more profitable to value add and than to control those processes and understand the formulations.
That's similar to the approach taken by the Bainbridges, who, though recently denied approval to sell recreational marijuana amidst Illinois' COVID-delayed controversial second-wave license lottery, continue to expand market share. They plan to apply again later this year for marijuana approval. In the meantime, Jake has ventures in other legal states. The couple also opened a second store in nearby Dubuque, Iowa, but only CBD is welcome there, not Delta 8.
Not in Iowa. Iowa, I believe, is probably going to be one of the last states to legalize, unfortunately.
Whether states and the federal government ultimately button up or end prohibition, the next iteration of the Farm Bill could close the cannabinoid loophole. But those on the front lines agree hemp and marijuana are here to stay.
Beautiful, huh?
For Market to Market, I'm Josh Bittner.